Guys, I was playing Petscop and Skibbity Toilet was in it. Oh, I gotta make sure this shit's actually, doing shit over it. This is the one with free cam. Welcome back to another episode of Boundary Break. Where we basically take the camera anywhere we want. And we find secrets and discoveries to some of our favorite games. Now, I'm not actually Boundary Break. Now, I'm not actually Seashez, but, come on. We're taking the camera anywhere we want in one of my most favorite and beloved kids games, Petscop, which I can assure you has a lot of secrets. So, why don't we get started? Now, one of the things you need to know about Petscop is that it actually has... Now, one of the things you need to know about Petscop is that it actually has a dev console, which you can activate by plugging in a USB keyboard into a PlayStation 2. It's kind of weird that they left this in, but let's be for real, no one was going to find this. And we can actually disable fog by just typing in fog. What's the fog command? What's the fog command? Light. Pet pieces position. Put recording reference. Reset. Say. School. Now, funny thing about Petscop is that it actually has an unused dev console, which you can open by pressing the little key in the top left, the little squiggly line. Kind of like Skyrim. And there are several codes that we can use. Now, the only way you could have activated this was by plugging in a keyboard into your PlayStation 2. And that's pretty much how the way we're going to be using FreeCam. But there's also some other codes. One of the big ones is we can actually disable the fog, which, as you can see here, there's quite a bit of. And, if you don't want me to, walk around everywhere, we could disable it by typing in light fog. And as you can see, it gives us a little bit of help. You see toggle. So, toggle. There you go. We have now disabled the fog in the gift plane, and this will help us with the first thing we want to see, and that is what is behind EvenCare. So if we do cam mode free, we can actually move it by using WASD and arrow keys. Now turning it around, we can now see what's behind it, which of course is nothing. Because why would there be something back here? But it's still really neat. And while we're here, why don't we do a zoom out of the main area? Now, another area that I wanted to see was what was actually behind this door. As you can see, there's a door here, which we can't enter. Because, well, we don't have arms. So, what's behind it? So, changing the cam to free, and looking behind it. What's behind there? Nothing. Again. Now, of course, moving the camera isn't the only thing we can do. There's actually a no clip in this game as well. So if we just type no clip, we can now go through blocks and stuff, or tiles. So we can finally go behind this door, which still is nothing. At least we could be on the other side though. Now, we're in the room with Amber, and I'm curious, because you can go behind her. But how? How can we go behind her? There doesn't seem to be, a path. So, enabling free mode again, we can actually take a look. Moving the camera over, yeah, there isn't anything there. But if we move it to the side, you can see a clear tunnel. Oh. And of course, here's a zoom out of the entire area of Amber's room. Now, in Ronith's room, we can see Ronith, and if we try to get close to him, he just flies away. But what actually happens to him? Does he go off screen? Well, let's take a look. He's still there. And keeping the camera here, we can see how far he actually goes up. Yeah. Now, I'm also curious, if we continue to move, will he move back down? Nope. He'll just stay up there for the rest of the time. Until we come back. Another thing I've always been curious about is this giant brown pillar down there. Where does that go? What's down there? Well, luckily, we can move the camera. It's just a giant brown pillar. Again, there's nothing much. But I bet you also haven't really noticed the umbrella, which is fully modeled. That's pretty cool. And as we can also see with the giant brown pillar, it's actually kind of small and short. And while I was actually moving the camera around, I saw something behind this door. Moving behind here, why would you look at that? It's an undocumented, unused grass tile. Well, isn't that interesting? And also another thing to note, the bucket's not a sprite. It's a fully 3D modeled bucket. And looking inside of the bucket, huh, who's this fella? Going back to Ronith's room, we will now be performing a cheat code to go into an unused level. So by going to the menu and pressing down, 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 right. Wait. We've now broken the game and pretty much confused it. So now if we leave, we go to an unused level. Now, of course, it's not going to look like this if you do perform the cheat, as, again, I've turned off the fog. But we can do a zoom out of this area. So slowly zooming out and pointing the camera up, we can see this giant grass plain. What? Okay, so there actually seems to be stuff in this area as well. Again, it's most likely used as a test room. And there's also test rooms in the file, so we'll look at those whenever we get the chance. Now, I'm also curious, is there anything about this house? Can we do anything with the house? Well, using free cam, we can look around the house. At least. Which also doesn't have anything in it. Now we can also change our speed. So we have this door here, which we can actually enter. If we would slow down. Now we have this door, which I actually don't know how to open. So what we're going to do is no clip in. Ugh. So once we're in here, we can see some things. Like this, and these. What are these? What are these? Well, we have the power of our free cam, and we can take a look at them. Uh-huh. Let's do a zoom out of this. Now we can also do a zoom out of this area. I'm going to murder the person on the fucking phone. Now picking up the phone, we can do a zoom out of this area, which is just a small office space. So you may have seen this with the cars. Well, again, turning off the fog and changing it to free cam, we can actually see what's in there. Huh. And as you can see, it's just, well, not much. So we can get a look of how the cars spawn and what's actually down there. So taking our character by using cam mode idle. Oops. 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 We can actually take them down there. Now moving it back to free so we can actually see what we're doing. Yeah, we have quite a walk. So taking our character down there. We just walk through it, as there is no collision down here. And we can actually get a little bit of a closer look as well. Again, I don't have no clip on. But down here, there's not really much down here. I'm back. What? Now, does Petscop have any real test rooms that can't be activated with cheats, but only the dev console? Well, of course it does. Typing in scene. Oops. Scene. Oops. Scene. You know, you have what your current scene is. But we can also do set. Oops. Set scene. Oops. Ow. Scene. It's just scene. Sound test. Now, of course, sometimes you have to ask, does Petscop have any actual unused levels? Well, it does, and there's actually a tool for it too, called Scene. Well, of course, you have to actually type the name of the scene that you want to go to. So if we type test, oops, 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 I done pressed the wrong button. Oh, hell no. How do I turn it off? How did I activate it? Oh. Via. And of course it has some secrets, and so the first thing we need to actually do is type scene and then a number, like 1. I've been hit with the wrong answer button. So we're going to type speed and then 10, just to make stuff a little faster. I ain't got time. So once we're here, we can actually go here and then up. Oops. Now, of course, with going this fast, you go through walls a lot. I actually have no fucking clue where I'm at. I actually don't even know where I'm at. Where am I? Where am I? There I am. I have found myself. There we go. Take me up. Okay. Now, running over here, we'll find a house. Going in the house. Going in the house. Going in the house. Oh my god. Going in that. In the house. Now that we've successfully broken in, we can see a family that does activities. Going right, you break the game. I don't know what I did. My game has crashed. Sometimes, when you go fast, you break stuff. And it has also corrupted my profile as well, calling a strange situation. So going back in. The room we need to go in is actually the bathroom. Uh-oh. So, by taking our speed to 10, we can force ourselves into the bathroom. Switching it to 1 as well. Cutscene does not look like that. Now that we're forced into the bathroom, there's actually a really cool thing you can do. If we use no clip and go into the mirror, now if we change our cam mode to free, we can see, whoa, there's 2 Pauls, or Guardians. Let's see, there's 2 Guardians. Now, using no clip, we can actually clip in and let him enter the real world. Now switching it back to normal. And following the path back here, we'll actually enter nothing. I did something wrong. Still cool though. So, once we're in this room, if we go through no clip, we can actually enter through the mirror. Now, what's cool about the mirror is we can actually do cool stuff. Like, clip through a bathtub. And meet with our twin. We are one of the same. Now, of course, you can't really do much, but still cool, though. So I actually don't have time for this game's bullshit. So we're going to speedrun our way all the way back to the beginning. Because I actually need to re-enter that house real quick. Wait a minute. This isn't right. Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. We can do a lot of cool stuff. Like, look at this damn picture. I'm gonna kick someone's ass. Ow. Swear to fucking God if the game crashed again. Yeah, it crashed again. You just gotta love this awesome video game, you know? Is it your fault? move the fucking... I don't like Petscop. Can make time. No, I take it all and I don't, please don't break mine. Wait time. It's all good, yeah. It's all good. You don't want me here, then you should just let me know. Please be normal. I can't get out of the birthday zone. It's stuck in birthday mode. So, I hate the strange situation moment.